Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, guys? You see from the title of your screen, we are getting into some next gen NBA 2K21 builds. Finally have my hands on next gen. I got this actually yesterday, but I was just like chilling, relaxing, didn't really do too much content really at all after the stream where I did the unboxing and then set up my Xbox and everything. So we have the Xbox Series X now. We are on next gen, as you can see. We are finally getting into the build videos. So this build video is actually going to be a two-way threat, and I felt like this was going to be a very, very, very toxic build. When you take a look at everything all around and like the stats after getting 99, attribute boost, everything. So you just gotta keep everything in mind. That's usually what I do when making these builds, but I felt like that this build was actually going to be very, very toxic for what it is. We have a point guard, and he is going to be 6'7", 185 with a 6'11" wingspan. Body shape really doesn't do anything, but yeah, so this is sort of how we are going to build up our point guard to make him a two-way threat. So first of all, the most important things when making a build, especially this year, is going down all the way to your physicals. Physicals are definitely important this year compared to like previous years, obviously, because you actually have to put your attribute points into your physicals. So it's not like, oh, you select this, you select that, and then like you get like a pie chart that predetermines your physicals. The only thing that really predetermines your physicals is pretty much your height, your weight, and your wingspan, pretty much. So it's not just like all based on a pie chart and your physical you know attributes. So this is how we are building it. So we have an 87 speed, 83 acceleration, pretty much maxed. And then we also have our stamina maxed out at a 95. Stamina, very, very important, making sure that you have that at 95 at all times. Then we are going to be putting this at a 69 because we don't really need it too high. The max that we do need it at, I believe, is about a 65. And I think the only reason why you would or yeah, pretty much the only reason why you would need it only like at a 65 is because at a 65 vertical is when you are able to get your contact dunks. So you need at like pretty much at most a 65 to get those contact dunks. And then after that you don't really need it too much, but after getting a 99, you'll have a 73 vertical. So there's all that. And then plus if gym rat is a thing in this as well, getting another +4 on it. So then that's a 77. So either way, you're getting like a decent amount, like with like gym rat for your physicals, and then also like your 99 and everything. So keep that in mind, guys. Also, perimeter defense, we're bringing that up to a 95. But the one thing that I definitely like what they did here for defense is that look at all the Hall of Fame badges you can get for just having a 95 perimeter defense, but you still have no badges. That just means that like you can't just make a build and have the perimeter defense just stacked all the way up to a 95 and get like a ton of like OP badges. That's what I really like about it. So that's pretty dang cool. Another thing that we need is block. In block, we're only going to be really bringing up to a 55. And if you take a look, we are not going to be having Intimidator, but there's a reason why we're not going to be needing Intimidator. And also, I don't really care for a rim protector or pogo stick because we're really not, being a big man, but we are going to have, like our main badges, which is, like the ankle brace and clamps and all those badges. So that's going to be very important. So next up, we have defensive rebound, which I am going to be bringing up to max, which is a 95. And then we are bringing up this right here to a 74. If you take a look, we get our pogo stick and our rebound chaser, the Hall of Fame, our worm, Hall of Fame box, Hall of Fame. So we still get our pogo stick Hall of Fame anyway, even though we didn't have our block high enough to get it at all. The only thing that we really won't be able to get is Intimidator, which Intimidator, if you think about it, for the past couple years has been very, very important for defense. But now in this year, it's not as important. So We're going to continue on. We are going to come up here to playmaking now. Playmaking is going to be very nice. 87, 84, and then we're going to bring this up to a 91, giving us 19 badges. We still get like pretty much all the good Hall of Fame badges that we like floor general, dimer, heat seeker, I believe is what it is, or no, that's bullet passer. Bullet passer, you know, bailout space creator. We can only get gold ankle breaker, but that's fine. Then next up we have free throw, which we're only bringing up to a 70 here. Not really too worried about it. Ice and Veins is pretty much the only badge that goes for it. But, having that high free throw means a lot this year. Then we actually have this maxed out and that maxed out. So free throw is going to be the only one that isn't maxed in shooting. And pass accuracy is going to be the only one that's not maxed out for your playmaking. So we have 20 potential badges, but the most important badges that we really need, like Heat Seeker, Hot Zone Hunter, they're going to be Hall of Fame. We can get them Hall of Fame. Then we can also get gold deep threes, which we don't really need a Hall of Fame. There's a reason for that. There's many different ways that you can actually make this build and use the badges. So there's going to be multiple ways of doing that, and the only reason why that is just literally because of the takeover system this year. So we're going to get into that here in a moment as we go for standing dunk. We're going to max that out, or well, not really maxed out, but bring it up to a 70. And we're going to be maxing out that. Obviously, our driving dunk is very important to max out, and then we get a 70 driving layup, and then we are maxed out at a 95 overall with 8 badges, of course, on finishing. Then we have 20 shooting badges, 19 playmaking, and 18 defensive badges. This is actually going to be a very good build. If you take a look at the stats here, 95 perimeter defense. When you get to 99, that's going to be a 99 perimeter defense. You already have an 87 speed with ball, which is really great, and you have an 87 speed, only an 83 acceleration, but obviously when you get to 99, all that stuff's going to be buffed anyway. And then you'll also get a 91 speed with ball, which is nice, and you'll have an 88 ball handling, and you'll have your 95 pass accuracy. 74 free throw, not really worried too much about that. But then we have a 90 3-pointer, which will be a 94 3-pointer, but then we'll also have a 99 mid-range. Standing dunk, we'll have a 74 standing dunk because, why not? Then we'll also have a 98 driving dunk, and then we'll also have a 74 driving layup. So pretty much for like the most important stats there, and also the 99 stamina obviously, and the 95 defensive rebound, which will be nice, as well as the 78 offensive rebound. It's definitely going to be very, very good. But if we take a look here, we got all of these. We got the slashing or finishing takeovers. We got the shot creator takeovers, and we also have the sharpshooter and lockdown takeovers. So there's many different ways of doing this. Like literally you can just use enhanced jump shot contest, provides a large boost to your shot contest against perimeter jump shots, especially if you're going to be bigger. I guess you really don't 100% need to use this, because you're definitely going to be taller than all the other fast guards and everything that are trying to get around you. So you can easily just switch that out with extreme clamps if you want to, but that's only if you want to go with the lockdown route to make your guy even more of a defensive god. But me personally, I really like ankle breaking shots, since we're still going to be able to get good, we got good ball handling. We're going to be able to do like our step backs and, dropping them like crazy, unless they have like ankle brace on like Hall of Fame, because like everybody is going to be using the same build. I don't know yet. I really haven't played Park at all. I haven't even gotten out of the Mycareer mode on my main character yet. But this build might be my second character. The first character that I made is pretty cool for my first attempt, but this right here is literally going to be like the most overpowered build. So you can go with any takeover here and just, mix and match the way that you want this build to play. But me personally, ankle breaking shots is just way too good. And I know a lot of people choose spot up precision, but because of us not having Hall of Fame deep threes, I'm going to go with limitless range to have that like even more toxic accuracy from beyond the arc. So if we complete this, we go over here, and it is a two-way threat, and of course, shades of Malcolm Brogdon, which I'm surprised about, showing the Pacers some love with some Malcolm Brogdon action there. And then also John Wall, which I respect that. You know, John Wall isn't the best three-point shooter, but he is definitely a really good threat from the two-way, really good defender. He's able to finish on the inside. If he got his three-pointer down pat and super consistent, then that'll be like really, really toxic. Spencer Dinwiddie, I don't know about too much. I don't really think he would be a two-way threat. I mean, he's a decent defender. I won't say that he's a good enough defender to be called a two-way threat. He's a decent defender. He can shoot the three ball. He can pass very well. So he's a very good like offensive threat type of player. Spencer Dinwiddie is. I don't know if he's like good enough on the defensive end to be called a two-way threat. But of course, if we go here, obviously, looking at our stats here, really good stats. Finishing, obviously, one thing that I'll go for is that Hall of Fame post riser is what I would go for right off the rip. And then you also have, like, making it easier to dunk one under the basket or highlight film, boost teammates, takeover meter, and all that stuff. But the one thing that we're going to be going for is Heat Seeker. Heat Seeker is definitely going to be important. And then you can also throw on fucking Slithery Finisher, because why not? But Heat Seeker is definitely going to be important if you're going to be doing a lot of finishing, and especially when you have the Hall of Fame Posterizer badge. Definitely going to be important. Or you could do Rise Up, you know, since you are also taller, you can, you know, be able to get those slams more. But it's just completely up to you guys and how you want to play this. Obviously, you know, so their finisher is pretty good, but only on bronze doesn't really mean anything. But you can still get the animations unlocked whenever you do have it on bronze at least. So that's probably something that I would go for. Then, of course, for shooting, one thing that we definitely need to look at is definitely hot shot boost takeover meter after hitting. Jump shots definitely important, having that on Hall of Fame. And then we can get this on Hall of Fame, so I lied because it said that we can only have it on gold, but apparently we can have it on Hall of Fame, and it's just probably because we have the takeover for it as well. So I think that's the only reason why. Don't quote me. This is like only like my third or fourth build, and I really have not tested that many builds. So having that, and of course I would go for Hall of Fame Hot Zone Hunter, which is definitely important. And I'm going for the Hall of Fame Clown Badge. Yep, you heard me right. That Hall of Fame Clown Badge. And you also have like all these other ones right here, like Stop and Pop, boost shot rating on staying still 3-pointers after dribbling. Then you also have Rhythm Shooter, improve shots taken after breaking down your defender. Like all kinds of different ones here. Blinders is also like definitely really cool. You can just run with anything here, but I'm pretty much just gonna go for the Deadeye or the difficult shots. Either way, I'm just gonna go for Deadeye here because Deadeye is actually a really good badge. I definitely like it. I just don't know 100% if it's going to be a necessity on Hall of Fame this year compared to how it was the past couple years. So we're going to see on that. Playmaking, obviously, having ankle breaker is definitely going to be good. I like having myself some floor general. Quick first step is definitely going to be important here as well. A lot of people saying unpluckable. But I'm going to have that Hall of Fame dimer. Bullet passer is going to be on gold. And then everything else is going to be on silver. So we can run unpluckable if you guys want to. But me personally, I'm going to have that bailout on silver at least. So we have floor general, quick first step, bullet passer, dimer, bailout, ankle breaker. And I don't have handles for days on. I know what you guys are thinking. Snoops, why don't you have handles for days on? The only reason why I don't have handles for days on is literally because, like, with me being a really big guard, even though I can dribble and stuff like that, I'm not really too worried about, like, you know, like out dribbling the defender or anything like that. And also, if you guys know me and know the way that I play, I'm not that much of like a dribble heavy playmaker. I like setting up my teammates, and I have like the vision to get passes off and stuff like that. So definitely floor general, being a support kind of player, getting everybody set up, as well as like dimer, getting the bullet passer so I can get, you know, faster passes. and then also getting that quick first step. So it's like I can get like an easy, like, boost of speed towards the basket, like if I want to drive. So ankle breaker also definitely really good. Defense, obviously, ankle braces on Hall of Fame, clamps on Hall of Fame, and then I'm gonna throw on clutch defender, and there's a reason why I'm gonna throw on clutch defender. You can have all these other badges on as well. You have 6 available, so you can get like 1 silver and 1 Hall of Fame or 2 gold badges. Either way, it's definitely really cool to have the option of this. So you can run a supportive player and just have both defensive leader and floor general, unless, like if you're playing with somebody who is going to be running floor general, then obviously take that off and use something else. But either way, you can do this, you can do something like that. I know my buddy's probably going to be doing something defensive whenever he gets next gen, so I'm not going to really be too worried about defensive leader. But one thing I am going to do is do hot stopper, because if we do get like a really good defensive play, so like if we just get like a stop, block, steal, whatever, so either way, after we stop them, then it'll boost my takeover meter after getting that stop. Very, very important. And then also, I'm going to be running tireless defender. This is just something that I'm going to be running, and these are just the badges that I am wanting to use. And then of course for this, I'm just going to use a fucking random jump shot. Who all do they have? They have a lot of players, so I'm just going to choose Lillard, because why not? But anyway, this is the two-way threat build. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. It's definitely a really toxic build. I think it's going to be one of the most toxic builds in the game, especially when you are a tall point guard. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like, comment your feedback, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit that bell notification icon as well. Get notified for every video of mine whenever I upload. Never miss another upload. And if you guys want to, go ahead and check out my podcast on Spotify and SoundCloud, the Snoops Network podcast, and also support me on Patreon if you want to see those podcasts early at patreon.com/itsmeSnoops. You guys can go ahead, check me out on there. Go ahead, support me in my new podcast. Also go to my second channel, more ItsMeSnoops. Go ahead, support me on there on my variety content. If you like the content that you're seeing like right now, if you guys want to see like other content like Call of Duty, Destiny 2, or like really like anything else, like maybe streams and stuff like that, whenever I upload streams onto the second channel, go ahead, check it out, more ItsMeSnoops. Anyway guys, I'm gonna stop plugging. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Later, everybody.
Bitch, start tripping, now I'm blue. Mega man, I can't win for losing, cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the